How's it going? Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be adding some aluminum goodies to our Xmaxx here. On the factory shocks, the upper cap is composite. It can be considered a weak spot. What's up, kitty? If you come down hard off of a jump, it might crack or break. So to prevent that, I did get some aluminum ones here from Atomik. You can pick these up off Amazon. It's about $35 for a pack. You do need 2 packs just to complete all 4 corners. With it, you get the upper cap, the collar, and a lower seat. They do come in a few different colors, so if you want to keep a color theme or something going on with your truck, you can do that. Based on the first looks of everything, the cap does have a ball already set in there, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to worry about that. And then on the collar, there is an O-ring in there. Get it in there. That O-ring is going to help keep this seated. As you can see, the factory one spins pretty freely, so if you're hitting jumps or a lot of bumps, that could back out and mess up any kind of adjustments you had in your suspension. Hopefully that'll keep everything nice and tight. And then just to finish it off, down at the bottom we have the lower seats that'll complete the look. Let's get all this on there, see what it looks like. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is get the shock out of the truck. To do that, there's a 2mm hex screw in the top of the shock tower and one in the lower control arm. Once you get the screws out, there is a pin at the top and bottom you'll need to push out. I recommend getting something small like an Allen wrench like this, that way you can push it through. With the shock out of the truck, we can go ahead and start taking it apart. To do so, there is another 2mm screw in the bottom of the seat here. Once you have that out, you're going to pull back on the spring, pull the seat out, and slide the spring off. Now that we have the spring off, we can go ahead and get our cap off. Before we take the cap off, there is a diaphragm underneath here that holds the fluid in. This is a new truck. I haven't really bashed around with it too much, so I'm not worried about the fluid being dirty. I'm not going to change it. Some people like to change it out to a 50 weight or 60 weight. So you just want to be careful with taking this off just to make sure you don't break the seal and leak any of the fluid. Sometimes this is tight. If it is too tight, you can go ahead and get something long to stick through there. There's the diaphragm that I was talking about. If you do want to change your fluid, I would recommend you definitely need to bleed your shock after you do it. Once you put it in, work it a little bit, do it nice and slow, get the bubbles out. That way it'll have a nice good flow to it, and then when you put your diaphragm back on, have it about halfway up, pull it down, and it'll pull it tight and make a good seal. Collar off, we'll go ahead and put our new one on. Should be far enough. Now that we have our collar on, we'll go ahead and put the cap on. Put it on snug. Next, we'll go ahead and slide the spring on. And the seat. This seat doesn't have a screw in it, but it does have a groove, so you want to make sure and line it up. And there we go. Once I get in the truck, I'll go ahead and worry about adjusting everything, but let's go ahead and stick it in. When putting it back in, I'm going to do it by hand, just that way I don't have to worry about stripping anything. The longer screw does go in the top. There's a shorter one that goes in the bottom if you get them mixed up. Went ahead and got the other 3 shocks in the truck and got everything adjusted. I think it looks pretty awesome, gives it a nice custom touch. We'll see how it holds up in the long run. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content like it. If you have any questions or tips, feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.